Command & Conquer is an old real-time strategy game where you command a faction's army and conquer your enemy by constructing your base and building up your own army to destroy your enemies. While the main games are based in the Tiberium universe, shown here, today I want to talk about the other series in this game, mainly the Red Alert series. Specifically, we are talking about the first and second game, and while these two games are incredible in their own ways, they are both wildly different from each other in their tone and themes. So why don't we look at both, discuss their differences through characters, acting, story, how it overall changes the feeling of gameplay, and what makes them different. The story of these games consists of an alternate World War II, where Einstein created a time machine and wiped Hitler from history, completely erasing our version of World War II. However, this then creates an alternate World War II, where instead of Nazi Germany, which never came into power in this universe, we now instead have the Soviet Union led by Joseph Stalin invading Europe instead. The first game takes a way of a realistic approach, treating the war as an actual war, with the Allies making cover and desperately retreating to gain time against the Russians, while the Soviets are trying to conquer all of Europe and to capture Allied technology. Features talks of executions with the use of gas.
The kill time depends upon the weight of the subject. The children were terminated in less than 15 seconds, and the adults took longer, 18 to 42 seconds.
No survivors.
None, Comrade Stalin.
Torture, interrogation.
So very pretty, but oh so stubborn.
Hell, in the very first Soviet mission, we were wiping our town just for possibly being against the Soviet Union. It is horrifying, and it grounds you into the story and makes it feel like an actual war is going on. Now, compare this to the second game, where it is just cheese.
I'm the one that put you into office.
Listen very carefully. I am not your pet, Mr. President. We Romanovs have our legacy to consider.
I don't give a wooden nickel about your legacy.
We can also see the clear differences in just the first missions. As the Allies, you can witness the fall of the Statue of Liberty, followed by a broadcast from the new Premier Romanov.
I offer a special invitation to citizens of the United States from the great Soviet Union. See your liberty, how she lies broken before you. In but a moment's time, your once powerful city of New York will follow in her footsteps.
And in the first Soviet mission, we also destroyed the Pentagon.
Reinforcements, superb, Commander. The Pentagon has been destroyed. Unit promoted. Mission accomplished.
Even the intro cutscenes they have are different, with the first being more a collection of anime cutscenes showcasing what can be seen in the game. And the second game showing more the invasion of the United States, and with this you can see the heavy B-movie style and imprint on it, taken from the likes of Red Dawn. This is one of the main differences that they have in their styles and themes. Meanwhile, the second is taking it to a whole new level and is just trying to be stupid fun, which it does very well, but it's not nearly as entertaining or draws me in as much as the first. Speaking of styles, let's have a look at their characters and actors. While there does not have a lot of recurring characters in the Red Alert series, we do have at least General Carville and Einstein. Einstein, one of the greatest minds of our time, and Carville, American general who helped in the expansion pack of the original Red Alert game, which for young people is what old people call DLC. Einstein is probably the most dramatic change, to the point where I don't even think they are meant to be the same character. In the first, the whole reason he started messing around with time travel is to kill Hitler.
Hitler is out of the way.
He is shown to be ecstatic about development of super weapons like the Chronosphere and Iron Curtains that can teleport or make units invincible. It makes sense because he's doing it from a scientific point of view, not in a war or combat sense.
Any vehicle or structure covered with this effect, by theory, will be impervious to harm. It's incredible.
It makes him feel like a real human being, and it's interesting to see him like this. Carville still has some silly moments, but it feels more like a real general and someone who is helping assisting in the war.
Whole town using a bottle half the size of mine. Find their underground production facilities, blow the hell out of it. Think you can remember that? Oh, and evacuate any civvies who get in the way.
So how does he change them for Red Alert 2?
In appreciation, their chancellor has put us in touch with their leading citizen. Dr. Einstein, you still there?
Yeah. I am here. One moment.
Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, Einstein is just a joke now. He has turned into the stereotype of a Einstein with big white hair, crackpot inventor. It's not even remotely same to how the previous one is. But if you look back to Red Alert 1, everyone here is still kind of cheesy and there's a bit of ridiculousness that they carry with it. But they still try and make it a serious performance.
Give him hell, boys. Dismissed. Commander, your efforts in this war have earned you a great honor.
Again, what makes it silly is that everyone is doing Russian and German accents that don't sound real at all. But the way they treat it gives it much more of a grounded feeling and makes it feel like you're working with them to succeed in the fighting. In the Soviet campaign, you work with Stalin and his subordinates. They're all ruthless and evil, and you were part of that. The actor who plays Stalin is amazing, as with him, you never quite trust him and know what he's going to do next. It keeps you on edge and engaged, which I just don't feel with the Red Alert 2 story.
By truck convoy. Here.
You guard them with your life. They must get through to Gorzov. If you fail, do not return.
Overall, the differences here are clear. One is serious and dark, and the other is silly and goofy. However, I do want to make a point clear. Both of these games are incredible. If you want to play a game where you can play mind-controlling squids and free the world from mind-controlling Russian, go ahead. If you want to play as a commander where you help take back Europe from Red Menace or conquer Europe as part of the Red Menace, go ahead. All these games are dead cheap on Steam, so please go ahead, try them for yourself. I highly recommend both games. This was a Tiz and Dillon production. Thank you for watching.